music was ripping, though. The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191. That's 1-800-LOVE-191. And now, here's Loveline with your hosts, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Brooke,
Yeah.
you're 19.
All right.
You're on Loveline.
I know.
What's going on?
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. I was doing email. I was waiting.
I know you know you're on Loveline, but that's part of good radio when you work the name in.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm so glad.
It's not good radio when the caller says, hang on a second, I'm doing email.
Oh, is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's just move on to the next call. Jamie,
Hold on, Brooke. We'll be right back.
you're 17.
Finish up your email there.
Hi.
We may not be right back. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, Jamie.
Hi. I've been having sex for over 2 years, well over 2 years, but it still hurts when I do it.
Same guy?
Two different guys. It's been two different guys.
Continuously for 2 years? Nonstop?
Off and on.
Were the relationships okay?
Yeah, the first one wasn't. The second one's been really good, though.
At what point is there pain?
Right in the beginning.
Right at the beginning. And do you get over that?
Yeah.
So it just hurts for a moment, and then you get over it.
It hurts for maybe a minute.
And then that's it.
And then afterwards, it really hurts a lot.
And it hurts when you urinate or just irritate the area there?
It's sore.
If it hurts when you go number 2, there could be some confusion, right, Drew?
There could be, yes.
Yeah, that happened to me once. Oh, yes.
Who was confused?
I just thought it was somewhere else. As it turned out, it was in another place. You know what I'm saying?
It hurt you when you...
I think you know what I'm saying, Drew. Jamie?
Yeah.
Okay. Drew, what is this?
Hard to know. I mean, it could be some vaginismus. It could be some infection. Are you guys wearing condoms?
No.
Have you ever had an infection or vaginitis?
Not that I know of, no.
Do you have any medical problems?
No.
Are you on any medication?
Nope.
What are you using for birth control?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you use some for birth control?
What?
Why don't you use a birth control method?
I don't know. I guess I'm just kind of slacking a little.
Well, okay.
Well, that's not slacking
That's
a little.
all right.
That's going to be pregnant, okay?
Okay, well, I figured, I don't know.
You figured what?
I guess I just figured that I couldn't get pregnant because I haven't gotten pregnant for 2 years.
Okay, you will. Guaranteed. Promise. I promise you get pregnant.
Hey, what kind of retarded thinking is that, Jamie?
I don't know. I'm
Hey, let me tell you what that's.
How about the first 3 months that you weren't using protection? Or the first day?
Hey, can't she play a hunch, Drew? What's wrong with a gut feeling? Listen, that is. Let me tell you what that logic is tantamount to. That is like me saying, I've been riding a motorcycle for 2 years without a helmet.
Yeah,
Why don't you wear a helmet?
I'll never get in an accident.
I rode for 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
It's
Same thing.
you climb on tomorrow, you go to the Dale's Jr. for a pack of cigarettes, and that is the day you're going to get cleaned out. It's the beauty of being knocked up.
Here's what's important for Jamie. Jamie, have you seen a gynecologist yet?
No,
Or a doctor?
Yeah, I
please.
have.
Really?
Yeah.
You had a pap smear?
Yes.
Everything's okay?
Yes.
What did they suggest the problem was?
Oh, I haven't seen them about this. I've
Okay.
seen them about other things. I've been on birth control before.
Okay.
You have?
Yes.
Why? You can't get pregnant.
Well, I can, and that's why I went on it, but I didn't like what it was doing to my body.
How do you know you can get pregnant?
What?
How do you know you can get pregnant?
Well, because I just know.
Mm-hmm. You've been pregnant?
What? No. No, I haven't.
You know what's weird about our callers, Drew? They speak very cryptically. And it's as if there's some truth that they're sort of saying to you that they're not actually verbally saying, but they're saying anyway.
Yeah.
And then when you question them on, they're like, huh? What are you talking about? It's like...
it's I know. I can get pregnant. I know.
no, but I
Yeah,
said...
how do you know? I just know.
No, I said, right. That's exactly right. She was, anybody listening in would have thought, okay, she's had an abortion. She doesn't want to talk about it.
Right.
But then it's like, huh, what? Jamie?
Yeah?
So you never had an abortion,
Right.
but you know you can get pregnant,
Yeah.
even though you figure you can't get pregnant.
Well, I guess I just figured that I wasn't able to, or something.
You will, Jamie. You will
Something
get pregnant.
was
All
wrong.
right. Nothing is wrong. You will get pregnant.
Okay.
I'm not sure what this is. Again, sometimes just anxiety can cause spasm of the muscles. I don't know.
But it happens every time.
Yeah, and listen, I don't know what it is. The most common reason for somebody your age is anxiety, being nervous and causing spasm of those muscles, and that certainly can predispose to irritation there afterwards too. So that's the guess.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
But
geez,
definitely
can
get
I,
back. I mean, look, if you're having sex, you've got to see a gynecologist every year and have a pap smear yearly. So discuss this with him or her when you go in there.
Oh, I couldn't imagine being a woman. I could never keep that pace up. The tampons, the douche, the pads.
It would just never happen with you.
No, it wouldn't happen. I'm telling you, I'd be walking around with like a wig stuffed in my crotch because I was out of tampons 4 years ago. There'd be a family possum living in my underpants. I'd stink. I'd have hair all over me. I couldn't keep up with the hair thing.
Yeah.
You know, women that
to pluck everything.
They gotta like bleach their upper lip. They're shaving their underarms. You know me. I can barely shower. I can barely shave. I'd be a mess.
Yes.
You picture me at the beach in a two-piece as a woman. Big bulge in the bottoms from the family opossum, a hair growing off the upper lip and out of the underarms.
There'd be hair everywhere. There'd be hair coming up out of the back of the pants.
Oh, okay. Phone number for Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Homegrown is a band, and they are our guests tonight, and they will be in here after the break.
New email address?
Oh.
Earthlink, Loveline at earthlink.com, right?
That's it?
Not earthlink.net, excuse me.
Boy, Drew, no one does worse radio than you. I may be bad at radio, but I don't bring up stuff that I don't know the answer to when clearly there's no email address sitting in front of us, and you know damn well I don't know what the new email address
I know it needs
is.
to be brought up.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, but you think you could fish the paper out of the garbage before you bring it up?
No.
You see it somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, can you read it from there?
Loveline at earthlink.net.
All right. I gave the phone number out. You got the email address. Gravity Kills is coming in here tomorrow. We like those guys. Haven't seen them in a while. Drew was talking to me. You're feeling better now.
Yeah.
Drew was talking to me before we went on the air. He said he ate some garlic and that he could destroy me rectally if he had to tonight, but that he was lucky we had a guest in here and there wasn't going to be any problem. Because I know there's some payback
there is some payback
in
too.
store for me. I got to tell you what I did today.
What's that?
I farted on Gary Coleman's head.
Why?
How many, show of hands, how many, well, there's 8 people and only 3 of them have done it, so I'm
What was this?
feeling like I'm an elite fraternity. Gary Coleman came into the K-Rock morning show.
Oh, right.
And he was standing out in the hallway, and I was standing out in the hallway. And Gary Coleman is not a tall man. Gary Coleman probably runs about 4'3", 4'4".
Right.
And my ass in a pair of Vans runs about 4'3.5", 4'4". That's mid-crack. Yeah.
You intentionally backed up into him and then, or just,
No, I didn't. But Gary's in perfect range.
This was a drive-by.
We would make a horrible couple, me and Gary.
Okay.
But if Gary tied his shoe, he'd be well out of range. But he was standing up straight, and I was sort of facing someone else, ready to, weave my magic. And Gary happened by, right, as the festivities and my ass were happening. And it was a little bit of a scuttle.
Oh, he was pissed.
Well, people are never happy when you fart on their head, Drew.
Yeah, you have a talent, too.
I didn't palm the back of his skull or anything, but he was really right there. I mean, it's as if you were walking around, Drew, and there was some ass hanging about 6'2", that just, was 9 inches from your head. And
It's very considerate of you.
I didn't know he was there. What you talking about? Brian?
Yeah.
You're 19.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on?
I got fired on once.
That's nice.
That's great.
Yeah, this show is getting headier all the time. What's going on?
I had 2 questions, but I think I'm stuck with the first one.
Okay.
It's about mountain biking.
Yeah.
I mountain bike a lot, 2 hours a day, whatever.
Something with the scrotum?
Or impotence.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about that.
Are you having problems?
Oh, no. I'm worried that I might.
Well, there's concern that lots of bike riding and trauma to that area of the perineum, the part that's sitting on the bike seat.
Yeah, I mean, I wear pants.
Yeah, but there's a nerve there called the pudendal nerve that people are concerned could be crushed or injured, and that's the one that supplies all the important information to the working areas.
Yeah. And the only code that gets out once it's been crushed is the nap time signal, right?
Yeah.
Hey, do you have the cycling shorts with the crotch pad in them?
Yeah, there are like eight pads in there,
and there's one right under the groin, right?
Yeah.
I think that'll work that into every pair of pants.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Well, what could it hurt? I guess the point is, I mean, maybe you don't need it every time you put the pants on, but for the one time you do, I think it was worth it.
Protected.
I've been to seat posts a couple times, and I'm kind of got worried about that.
Well, the problem with guys is the harder core you are about cycling, the less padding you have on your seat. And the more of a mama's boy you are, then you got those big things like
Gel.
Alice from the Brady Bunch when she'd ride her bike with the basket, the two big springs, leaf springs on the thing. I mean, it's comfortable as hell, but it weighs 40 pounds and you don't look cool.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, you got the gel seat. My dad's got that one.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty high tech.
All right, why don't you just break down and get one of those gel seats so you don't have the gel penis?
Well, look, I mean, even with a gel, you're getting a pretty good force to that area sometimes, and they can do some damage potentially. Just concerned about it.
Okay. Don't mountain bike so much. Listen, don't do all that crap that it's just, you get older, you realize it's neither here nor there.
I've seen several women with recurrent, gets called cystitis, interstitial cystitis, but you question them, they're having pain when they urinate, it's uncomfortable, they can't hold their urine and whatnot. And it turns out they're spinning 3 times a week. And they stop spinning up. Magically, everything goes away.
Spinning is one of those things that's in Los Angeles and New York and
nowhere else.
I don't think. Maybe Chicago.
It's like stationary bike, kind of.
I don't think people from the Midwest can understand spending 2 hours on a bicycle and not going anywhere.
With a group of 30 of your friends.
Staring at someone's ass. Here's what you do in these spinning classes. I've never taken one, but I've certainly seen them. They have 30 stationary bikes set up. And you basically sniff some guy's ass for 45 minutes while you pedal your ass off, and hopefully there's someone behind you looking at your ass. And then that's all I know. Drew, do they do anything else? They spin it.
Listen to music, and they go faster and slower.
I swear. Why does exercise have to become such a science? I think it's only in L.A.
No, because I've seen it.
All right, it's in New York too.
Hawaii, I've seen it.
Yeah, but Hawaii's a bunch of
resorts. You see it in resorts.
Yeah, it's a bunch of people from L.A. and New York who want to get a tan.
That's right. That's true.
Score some weed. Brooke?
Yeah.
You're back.
Yeah. I was molested when I was about 16 by a 70-something-year-old guy.
How come every time we're mean to someone they were molested, Drew?
I think it's your victimizer sense. You're really.
I don't have that. Please, Drew.
Brooke, so you were. I think we'd put that more under sort of rape, I suspect, right?
Not really.
Well, you were 16.
16, yeah.
And he was 70?
70, probably 6 or 7.
How was it not? Wow, how could he? First of all, how did he manage that? But secondly, how was it not rape?
I was stupid, and I wasn't listening to what I inside, and wasn't listening to all the bells and whistles. But my question is...
Hold on, what was that last part, Drew?
Bells and whistles.
Oh, okay.
And...
Israel.
No. And I haven't officially, reported it there, but they know. But I'm not sure.
I haven't reported it where? You're just speaking a little vaguely.
He lives in, a care facility.
A care?
His wife lives there, too.
Like an elder care?
Yeah.
And you had sex with some guy that was coming on you?
No. He just fingered me, basically.
Uh-huh. And hold on, Drew's going for his wallet. Hold on a second, Brooke.
How bizarre is that?
You think something's up?
Well, it's not obvious what it is, but something's up.
I don't think I have any money, Drew.
I don't have any words.
Didn't I front you last time?
No, I fronted you. Last 3 times.
Oh, that is such BS.
Here you go.
You got $1 for me? All right, we're betting on, she works at we're betting on her past. There's something up here. Brooke's 19. She was 16 when, Pops Larson.
Yeah.
In a wheelchair?
I mean, ostensibly, came up to her and attacked her.
Do you have to be invalid to be in one of these?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So
some guy seduced her, a 70-some-odd-year-old guy seduced her 16-year-old.
But you reckon there's got to be something leading up to that. You don't just start as a 16-year-old and let a 70-year-old get to you that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead?
Is what?
You want to talk to her a little more?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking more the eating disorder direction.
Brooke?
You're going to lose money either way, so I don't suggest you do it.
I don't know, Miss Passive Aggressive, because you don't know what my bet is. I was thinking of going normal.
Okay, you're going normal?
Don't give us any clues.
I'm not. I'm asking.
Well, we haven't got to our decision yet.
Okay.
We want to talk to you a little more.
All right.
What exactly happened?
let's see. He basically just felt around, felt under the shirt sort of thing.
Why didn't you, already, what kept you there?
I was just so scared, not knowing exactly how to get out of it. I had to think of a way to get out of it, I was just panicking, and I didn't know exactly how to, and I just figured a way, and I lied my way out of it, basically.
Lied you out of it?
Yeah, I said my mom was waiting for me downstairs, have to go.
I heard this Civil War story. My mom's outside, and I got to go. What were you doing at the facility? Were you volunteering?
Yeah, I volunteered. I visited him over about a period of 3 or 4 years previously, and he was a good friend, and I trusted him beforehand.
He was just a stranger, though?
No, I visited him for about 3-4 years regularly. It wasn't any odd thing.
Right, I know that part, but he was a stranger before then?
Yeah, before then.
What do you mean you trusted him? What did you trust him with?
His wife was schizo, and I would go and visit his wife, and he happened to be in there, and it was just, they didn't have any relatives sort of thing, so I felt sorry for him.
But you had no relationship with him or his wife before you began visiting him?
No, none at all. Didn't know him from Adam.
So just as a 13-year-old, you were visiting
16, yeah, at the beginning of 13.
Elderly people?
Yeah, I've visited there since I was 7.
Okay, and did somebody, own it or work there or something?
Why were you going there?
We don't have any grandparents in the area, so we started volunteering so we would know how to deal with older people.
Whose idea was that?
My parents.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's not bad. What's bad?
Yeah,
Drew, that's a good impulse.
No, it's not a bad thing, but
don't let one horny geriatric ruin it for everybody. She was volunteering.
Oh no, I have no problem with that. But the problem is that she had not enough sense of boundaries or herself to be able to even to back away from some guy that was attacking.
And he wasn't attacking. He was rolling over. I mean, it's hard to attack when you're when you got an IV in you, Drew.
French kissing, hands up the shirt.
Did not have an IV, you guys.
All right, listen, that's a little dramatic license for the radio, Brooke. Please, I'm trying to paint a picture here.
Well, first of all,
hold on a second.
You need to report this.
Brooke, I got to yell at Drew for a second. She'd been visiting him since she was 13. She'd had a relationship with a guy for 3 years, which is a long time from 13 to 16 when you're that age. And she looked at this guy as sort of the grandfather she didn't have, or at least didn't see. She developed a trusting relationship with him, and he was such an older mentor type that she didn't know how to thwart his advances. Is that right, Brooke?
Yes.
That'd be a good attorney. All right.
Anyway, I'm wondering what legal implications, or could anything actually be done if I fill out any paperwork or anything saying officially that this happened?
I'm sure there can be trouble. I don't know how you'd prove it, though.
How long ago did this happen?
First of all, he needs to be evaluated medically to make sure he's not getting a dementia or a brain tumor or something that's caused his behavior to change suddenly.
He doesn't. He has a record there for acting improperly among different
Okay. All right.
Huh?
All right.
What? He didn't have a record, but did he have a record before you?
I found it after the fact, yes.
Well, doesn't that seem sort of negligent to leave a young teenage girl alone with a guy who's got a record of sexually acting out?
Well, the director of volunteers was going to warn me about that the next week.
Yeah, thanks.
So you'd been there for 3 years. When was he going to get around to warning you?
Well, it was a lady, and she had just come on staff.
All right.
There had been a switch.
Okay. All right. But it happened 3 years ago.
Yeah, about, closer to 2.5, 3, yes.
I don't know what kind of legal recourse you have after 3 years.
Do you know if he's still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. He's starting to slip mentally now, and the thing is, I'm sort of afraid he's just going to blurt it out and embarrass me there.
Was he an alcoholic?
No, he's not. He doesn't drink anything. He's just...
Why was he in there for so many years if he certainly seems...
His wife is there, and he wants to take care of his wife.
All right.
He's doing a wonderful job, by the way, fingering teenage girls. What a committed husband.
His wife is a schizo.
Honey, I want to be by your side. I hope you don't mind if I cop a feel while I'm by your side.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, Brooke, I think...
how traumatized are you by this, Brooke?
Well, I've gotten over it, and I realized I can help other people out by it, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't visit him anymore. Of course, I don't even speak to him or anything, because if I do, I'm afraid that he might think, oh, nothing's wrong with that. I wrote a letter saying, basically, I haven't done anything because I don't think anything will happen, but I think what you did is wrong, and you misused a friendship. I'm greatly disappointed in, and I basically wish he'll die of a stroke or heart attack real soon.
That's a fairly safe bet.
So
he's 80 now.
All right, well, it's
he got
done.
it when he was in the hospital from a stroke, which I thought was funny, too.
Well, yeah.
Right. Well, I don't know if God exacts his vengeance by killing people by natural causes.
Yeah.
But
all right, well,
it's still, now she needs to report this to the faculty
sure.
or the administration of this place.
And really, the place has more of a liability than this man does.
Hey, I don't like to think this way, and I don't like to even talk this way, but, one could make a case if this guy has a record of feeling up people and acting out in inappropriate ways sexually, and you're leaving, you got a 13-year-old girl who's volunteering who you're leaving with this guy.
The point, the unit has
that's real negligence.
The organization, the unit has a huge liability, not the man.
Right.
I mean, the man has some problems too, but the unit for leaving the woman with this guy, knowing that he had a problem.
Yeah.
There's a serious problem there.
Yeah, that's why I'm suing Westwood One for when I went over to Dooley's apartment 3 weeks ago.
Oh, you got some crabs?
I got crabs. I got venereal herpes. There was I was part of a DEA sting that was going on that I wasn't aware of. That was kind of very compromising position. There was pictures of me looking at gay porn on a surveillance film. The point is Westwood One knew about this years ago.
Shouldn't we be breaking now?
Oh, yeah. That's what the siren's for. Okay, Homegrown will be in here. And Drew, you're going to be back?
I think so.
That's good. Oh, yes. I know your doctor's work. Get in your underpants. I'm going to go golf.
No,
that's how you doctors
work. It's a way
work.
of having a magical language for the people you're training.
Okay. We're just talking about how what was angina has now become angina. Now you feel like a retard saying angina because it sounds like you're from Virginia or Oklahoma. Okay. Homegrown is here. Bob, John, Adam, and Ian are all here from the band, and I'll tell you what we'll do. Instead of talking, which is what we normally do on the show, I'd like to dance. No, I'd like to hear something from the CD. Ah, yes. Okay. So I want to hear Surfer Girl from the CD, and then we'll come back, and then we'll talk, and that way people will go, okay, I know those guys are cool. I know that song. I like that song. You see?
Sounds good.
Okay. That'd be your Surfer Girl from Homegrown off of Act Your Age, which is basically your first album, right?
No.
No?
It's our second album, actually.
Well, I thought the other one you had was a ED or something. EP, right?
No, we had a full length before that.
Oh. See, Drew? I told you.
You didn't ask me. I read it.
All right. Drew, you could have said that, right? I showed up a little late. There's a lot of bio here, and anyone who listens to the show knows I have a mild form of dyslexia, which just means I'm...
Mild?
I'm a little bit stupid with the reading, so this 4 pages is a lot. So I skimmed through it, and I found some good stuff on here, but apparently I missed the part about the first record. But I hear it was great.
Oh, thanks.
All right, but here's something. All right, here's something that someone else wrote down. So this wouldn't be my fault. First off, I just want to get this out that they're going to be at the Whiskey on July 24th, and I'm hopping down here. You guys are doing the Warp Tour, picking up. What, in a week? When is it?
Yeah.
We live this
right now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I know that the tour's going on, but you guys are jumping on
The 14th.
in Tulsa, and you're staying on for 7 or 8 dates, and then you're going to be in Vegas, and then you get to play with Blink 182. You ever played with those guys?
Yeah, they're friends of ours.
Nice guys, aren't they?
Yeah, we're really good friends with those guys.
We just had them on a few weeks ago, and then I saw them in San Jose at the Live 105 thing, and then I saw them the next day at K-Rock's Weenie Roast, and they're just fun, easy guys who seem like they're in their late teens, but they're actually in their mid-20s. And this is the #1 record in Hawaii?
Yes.
Now, why is that?
Well, I don't know.
Not that it shouldn't be, and not that it doesn't deserve to be, but why Hawaii? Is there
a lot of surfer girls in Hawaii?
It's a surf beat, isn't it? Surf tunes.
Yeah, like
Hawaiians have poor taste.
It's the #1 record.
Yeah, like when we went.
Is it because all the weed they smoke over there?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Who are the old guys on your album cover?
Some guys off the street.
They're not relatives of yours or anything?
No, like actually 2 of the guys on the cover are guys from they're friends with our art director guy, and then 2 guys were guys off the streets. The Asian
One guy's
guy.
a homeless guy, isn't he?
One guy's a homeless guy, and the other Asian guy is
It's not one Asian guy's homeless?
no, the other guy,
Yeah.
the white guy.
Yeah, the Asian guys are never homeless. You know why? Because their families like them.
We take care of them.
The great thing about white people and black people is someone hits like 65. Hey, Grandpa, what are you
out.
going to do?
Get out.
I'll tell you what, Grandpa, I know you're living down the street. I know you can use some extra cash. Why don't you come over and detail the Mercedes? I'll give you like a pack of Rolos and $5, and maybe you can stay in a flop house. But the Asians, they got people living in the house. They're like 140 years old,
Then they build shrines for them.
and they love them.
They build
Asian
shrines for 'em.
cars never break down either.
No, the cars never break down. The old people never break down. Nothing ever. The Asians, it's a
The economy's breaking down a little bit.
economy's a little bit of trouble, but they're great people. The only thing, my only beef with the Asians is they think everything gives them a boner. They want they want the rhino horn to ground up and put in something. They want the bear pancreas. They go after to give them anything to get a boner with the Asians.
They're really bad drivers too. Be careful.
Oh, now let's not be stereotypical, please. And I was I did this House of Blues thing yesterday with Gary Busey and a bunch of other strange stars. But Gary Busey was telling me about musk sacks that are in the back hooves of elk or deer.
Yeah.
And that scent really turned the women on.
Oh, for God's sake.
And I thought, oh, you better hope no Asians here, because they're going to hear about this, and that's it. We're going to be a bunch of elk walking around with no back legs, a bunch of bears with no pancreas. All right, Drew,
Let's go.
you read the bio though.
Yeah.
This is one of the few bands you know more about.
I thought you weren't coming in.
Homegrown than just about any band that's been in here, right?
Adam was the latest he's been tonight in 4 months.
Yeah, that's all right. I made it on time. What? Juan?
Yeah.
Hey, you're 18.
Yep.
What's going on?
Well, it was about 3 weeks ago when me and my girlfriend we were making love, and we were like in an awkward position, and like I'm not circumcised. Well, the skin under the pee hole, it ripped, and I bled like pretty a lot,
So the foreskin ripped, basically.
Well, yeah, I guess. It ripped, and I was like wondering, do I need to get circumcised or what?
Juan's fairly jovial for a guy who had tearage.
Is it all
of the prepuce?
all healed up now?
Well, pretty much, yeah. But we've been trying, and it hurts, and
So it's not healed up.
I guess not. I mean, it doesn't bleed or nothing, but it still hurts when we try it.
There's a wound there.
Yeah,
How long ago did this happen?
it's about like 3 to 4 weeks ago.
And there's still a wound there.
Well, I was saying this to you the other night, Drew. I believe if a guy on his 14th birthday got a wound on his penis, it wouldn't heal until he was in his 70s
When he
and got
stopped.
some form of arthritis in his hand. I mean, you never leave your penis alone for more than a half hour. How's the thing ever going to scab up?
You need to have a doctor look at it. I don't necessarily believe you have to have circumcision, but what can happen with these tears is it can cause sort of a narrowing of the foreskin and make it difficult for the head to come out, and then that does require circumcision.
Well, that's what happened. It's like when women have a baby, things can tear, right?
They would always
Because the baby's too big,
Yeah.
and it's too big for the hole, right?
Right.
So this is what it is, except for like the head of his penis is the baby, and the opening of the foreskin is the vagina, and it's trying to get out.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You're blessed.
That's true. Yeah.
I'm not sure that's what he's describing, and because it's real hard to assess based on these descriptions, he really does have somebody take a look at it. It should have healed over 3 weeks. So make sure you keep it real clean with peroxide and dry. And
I mean, I've been to the doctor, and he just told me to put polysporin on it.
all right, well, and stop messing with it.
Yeah.
I would actually.
Well, what's he going to do?
I would use peroxide twice a day, keep it real dry.
Well, where in your foreskin is it ripped? Is it like
Like right under the pee hole, right under.
All right.
It's like in the front.
what position were you doing?
Friend,
Wheelbarrow. You know. All right. So, I'll tell you what I think it is. See, guys who are uncircumcised, they need to work it out a little bit. Otherwise, the thing shrinks and then they can't pull it over.
Yeah.
Right? Especially when they get an erection.
yeah.
So don't you think he needs to sort of stretch that out, work it out a little?
I think he's describing something different, though. I think he's describing something just under where you urinate, under the urethra. There's sort of a friend.
No, I think it was in the I think he was saying the foreskin.
He kept saying under his pee hole. He kept saying.
So was it part of your
This is the point. I mean,
this guy's not a urologist.
I know.
I don't know
He's seen a doctor.
He's not pre-med. This one. I don't know if you picked up on that.
I don't think circumcision will help it heal.
Hold on, Juan.
Yeah.
Is it on the lobe part of the penis?
The lobe.
Is it on the skin part or the head part?
Right under the pee hole, like right under. There's the skin right there.
Okay, okay, keep going.
I don't have.
And it tore, it ripped, and I bled like a lot.
Yeah, but when you say under the pee hole, is it on that loose flap of skin or is it on the head of the penis?
It's like on the head of the penis.
So it's not on the foreskin?
No, it's not.
Okay, so you being uncircumcised really has no bearing?
Mm-mm.
Okay. But he started the conversation with, I'm uncircumcised,
Right,
I had sex,
or
and something tore when I was...
And his whole deal is, I need to get it circumcised now. Even though it has nothing to do with his foreskin. He just threw us off the track here.
All right.
Panicking about his penis, which men have a tendency to do.
Does she have teeth or something?
No,
or what?
it just tore. It'll heal. Go back and see the doctor if it doesn't. There's nothing more we can say, okay?
I understand guys being stupid and not knowing things like politics, but the penis... You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You got to know that. That is just a base piece of knowledge that every man should have. I don't give a crap if you know about what's going on with the ozone or the Clinton administration or the Asian economy, but you got to know the difference between the head of your penis and the foreskin of your penis. You just should.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
When guys
I mean,
panic,
right?
think about the level of denial that you've got to dig through. I mean, he's convinced, I know, circumcision will cure it. He's just in a panic.
Okay. All right. I would never, ever let this wand work on my penis. Do you hear me, Drew?
I hear you.
So help me. Homegrown is here, and they'll remain to be here.
The phone number for Loveline is 1-800-LOVE-191. Loveline, I'll be right back.
A week ago, and we took a phone call, and there were, just like we're sitting here tonight, there was 4, 5, 6 people sitting in here, and a caller called in, and we went back and listened to the call last night because some affiliate had difficulty with it, and they said it was irresponsible, and we were talking about rape and whatnot. Turns out, as usual, we were right, and there wasn't anything negligent about it. But there's a part of the call where I thought I heard something, and everyone in the room didn't hear it, and then they made fun of me, and I just apologized. And it's as it turns out later. Well, Mike, go ahead and play it. Where's your dad?
My dad's in Israel.
Sarah, what's your dad doing in Israel?
What's my dad doing in Israel?
All right, now everyone jumps on me. We don't have the whole thing here, but everyone says, Israel, what the F are you talking about? But I swear to God, that's what she said. Isn't it, Drew?
It's in his room.
Where's your dad?
My dad's in Israel.
All right. But it's like if his room was in Israel.
I kind of heard the Israel.
I heard Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
But I heard Israeli. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
The point is I said he's in Israel, and everyone looked at me. What?
My dad's in Israel.
Right, and everyone just made fun of me after that. Drew, what's the lesson we've learned?
That Adam is never wrong.
That's right. And not only am I never wrong, I'm what?
Always right.
There you go. Christine?
Yes.
You're 29.
Yes, I am.
You're on with Homegrown.
Hi, Christine.
Hi, how are you?
What's up? Very good.
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll start. I don't know what they put on the screen or whatnot. I'm obtaining my master's in social work, and I'm a student, obviously. And part of the social work program is that you're a student in an internship, and you're assigned. And I was assigned through Department of Human Assistance. I was placed, and I had a field supervisor who happened to be male. Everything seemed to be going very professional the first semester. The second semester, I was having some marital problems. I've been married for about a year and a half. And I confided in my field supervisor about what was going on at home. I guess I felt safe enough to confide in him about this. And basically, he told me what I wanted to hear, and
Which was what?
that my husband was wrong about some of the decisions he was making. And
All right, so you had an affair with this guy?
well, I separated from my husband. I moved out, and then I confided in my field supervisor.
And then later that afternoon, you had an affair with the guy?
The afternoon, no, no,
But-
it wasn't that fast of a transition.
Couple days.
No.
Hey, but Drew, you know my theory. I'm never wrong.
Which is what?
Well, first, that I'm never wrong.
Yes.
Remember
Yeah.
that one?
Oh, the
But
bullpen?
women line up a guy in the bullpen. And when things aren't going too well with the husband, it's nothing malicious. They're not planning on cheating yet. There's just a guy, and there's a guy they know they can be with, who they work with.
You know, I don't think it was.
You didn't know it, but you were laying the groundwork.
You gotta have
It
a
was not-
substitution.
It was not the fact that I was seeking out this man. I think it was the information that he was giving me that it felt good to be finally validated about something.
Yeah, but
Christine.
listen, your
Christine.
your mom can validate you. You don't have to. You don't have to go down on
Yeah,
her.
and just because somebody validates you, you got to take responsibility for your actions.
So are you now
I mean,
still
it's not as though this guy, required. I mean, it's inappropriate of him to get involved with somebody who's teaching. I categorically believe that, but you've got to look realistically at what happened here. I mean,
But listen, if you got to look at what they're paying teachers, you got to toss them a bone once in a while. you know?
Was he still your supervisor when you started dating him?
Yeah, he was. And
Okay,
after we dated one time, I asked him. I feel uncomfortable about the dynamics within the workplace. I would like a transfer.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "I'll fail you if you ask for a transfer."
Okay, well, that's policy. Christine, how long after you separated from your husband did you go out on a date with this guy?
About a month after.
Maybe 3 weeks.
About a month after.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2
What
weeks.
kind of social work? What field of social work do you plan to go into?
Well, actually, I have a scholarship for school. I'll be working with Child Protective Services.
So that's the field you want to go into?
Well, to fulfill my scholarship for 2 years.
All right, let's just say, for the sake of argument, you want to help the kids, because you can't. It's hard to get a straight answer out of you. Now, how long ago did this happen?
It happened in March.
And did you reconcile with your husband?
Yes, I have.
You have. Okay. And
What happened to you as a kid?
What happened?
something.
Well,
What happened?
I guess what I should tell you is the reason why I separated from my husband is because my husband works at CPS, and there was something that my parents had said to my husband that was very disgusting about me when I was growing up, and so he reported my parents to CPS.
Good.
And
So something did happen to you when you were growing up.
Was that Child Protective Services?
Yeah.
correct.
So you were sexually abused when you were growing up?
Yes, I was.
Okay. And do you understand how people who are sexually abused have poor boundaries and can't make good decisions in situations like this?
Right.
And are
well,
great victims for guys like your supervisor. You need to report this guy. You need to stop this cycle of victimization. You need to get some help for yourself to deal with these leftover issues of abuse so you can maintain some stable boundaries and have some success in your career. It's going to be very difficult to do the work you have to do unless you've done a great deal of healing in regards to this previous
All right.
trauma.
And this proves one of my other theories, besides always being right, which is people that choose a profession, like cops. A lot of cops are actually cops because they don't like bad guys and they want to stop crime. And then other cops are cops because they're pretty close to being criminals and they just happen to be on this side of it. But that is an interest or a feeling of theirs. Like a lot of people that get into counseling and turn out to be therapists or counselors had a lot of difficulty and a lot of problems emotionally themselves. I mean, there's no doubt that Christine has chosen this field because of what she went through.
Did you hear that hostility, Christine, from the moment we started talking to her?
How'd you like to get her for a counselor? You'd be screwed.
Well, that's what I was asking her.
You're like 10 minutes into it. You'd be like, honey, lie down on the sofa. Let me take some notes.
Well, that's what I was asking her, was whether she was planning on being a therapist. Because if she is, it's not a great application of her social work degree with her history. And she needs to get some help no matter which area she decides to go into.
All right.
And she needs to report this guy.
Christine?
Yes.
All right. You understand?
You got to report this guy. You have to.
Well, I understand what you're saying. I'm not sure if I'm really being heard correctly about what the events that occurred. If I didn't sound somewhat angry about what's going on, then maybe that would be inappropriate too.
The difference between anger and hostility. Be that as it may.
Well, if I sounded happy, then that would seem somewhat inappropriate as well. I'm not happy.
We aren't the people that did the abusing, Christine. We're trying to help.
I abused her a little on the phone. I got to admit, but I was the first one. But the point is you.
I really love your show. That's
well,
why I
thanks.
listen to it, and so I don't. It's not that I'm upset about. It's the incident.
Christine, you broke up with your husband. You had a tryst with this guy, and then he pulled a bad maneuver, and that's basically because he saw you as a victim. He knew what your past was.
He shouldn't have been dating her anyway as a supervisor. I mean,
that's
every
right.
step of the level, the boundaries are completely
now
shot.
You're back with your husband.
He is in total violation of his ethical position of authority in relation.
You as a person who's going to endeavor in a field where you help people need to get guys like this and have the full weight of the law come down on guys like this. You understand, Christine?
Oh, yeah, I definitely
agree. So do that, and let's get back to the 16-year-olds with the bumps on their penises. Can we do that?
Yeah. Bye, Christine.
It's just bringing me down here. All right, Drew, let's squeeze one in real fast.
Another one brings you down.
Squeeze.
Oh, it is? Judy's at 46 says there's an update here. She confronted the, what word is that?
Pedophile.
Oh. But why is there P in there?
What did you think it would be?
Pedophile.
All right, I want you to know how I looked at that as pedophile.
Pedophile paradise.
The pedophile in their family. Is that true, Judy?
That's true.
All right, this is good. We got to go to break. What, just so we come back after break. How old were you when?
No. Remember, she had called us a couple of weeks ago.
I don't remember.
And
You weren't here.
oh, she wasn't there. He wasn't there.
He wasn't here.
All right, this is a disturbing call to me where she...
Oh, was?
Yeah, there was someone in the family who was abusing kids, and no one in the family, everyone kind of acknowledged it, but no one would do anything about it except Judy. And so we were encouraging her to do something.
How old was she when...
She wasn't abused.
She was never abused. Okay. We'll be back.
You have 5 seconds.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
Either way, you're giving it back, Drew. Yeah. Please. Homegrown is here. And the name of their album is Act Your Age. And it's kind of cool because they got all these old guys on their bodies on the front. And then you turn it over and you get to see their smiling, shining, happy faces. I don't want to go through everybody, but handsome. What is the average age of the band?
10-second break.
Oh. All right. I've only been doing a show 2.5 years. All right, we'll be back in 10.
This is Loveline on
Fraternity party and got really drunk.
All right, Drew, the mics are hot, buddy. He was just rapping down with Homegrown.
That's okay.
Trying to be cool.
Yeah, we drink too. That's
okay, man.
Homegrown is going to be on the Warp Tour starting July 14th, and then they'll be back in town after the Warp Tour performing at the Whiskey, which is kind of cool for you guys, right? Because it's a legendary place, and you guys are from Orange County?
Yeah. We played there before.
Oh, all right. Well, no big deal. Don't go to that.
No, we play there all the time, They know us really well.
I just mean, like, the Doors and all bands like that playing there throughout the years. And
my crew play there, too, so...
Right. That's true. That kind of even the score karmically.
Motley Crue, that's an honor.
Oh, hey, we've had the crew in here. Haven't we, Drew?
Yeah, I wasn't here that night, but they were.
Oh, you weren't? Yeah. Tommy Lee let me drive his Testarossa. Then he beat the crap out of me out in the parking lot.
Did he?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see that video?
I wouldn't put out.
Yeah, did you ever see his video?
No, we never did. Everybody saw it, but Drew and I. There are a handful of videos, and I've not seen any of them. I've never seen the Rob Lowe video. I have never seen the Jane Kennedy video. Oh, Mike, you have that?
Thank you, Mike.
I don't know if I want to see that. I hear it's pretty macabre at certain points. It's a little bizarre. Yeah, I'm not into the circus sex. I just like boobs and blowjobs. That's going to be the name of my autobiography.
That's the Tommy Lee one.
Right.
It's going to be your autobiography?
Yeah. That's going to be on my tombstone.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Oh, the Tommy Lee one. Yeah, I've never seen that one. And then there's probably some other ones. I did see the Tanya Harding one, her honeymoon video. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that one.
I haven't seen it.
Nah, you didn't miss much. That's a rental.
There's one of Brett Michaels and Penile.
Oh, that's right. Didn't see that one. Mike, you've seen ones that haven't been made yet, right? Engineer Mike works on the Lycus show here, and they are on the cutting edge of exploitation porn. And he sees everything that comes in here, even the bootleg stuff that, there's some stuff that they bring in to show on that show where the guy won't let it out of his sight because he knows Engineer Mike will reel off a copy of it, in which case Mike starts a diversion fire. I've seen him do this. Just bust out the fire alarm or something, the building exits, and then Mike dubs off a couple. Nice. So he can fulfill his own gross fantasies when he gets home at night. But Mike, you have them all? Do you have all the ones I've spoken of?
I don't have the Brett Michaels and Pamela. That one was brought with an escort.
And you couldn't.
I couldn't fire off a copy.
You couldn't grease the guy's palm so that you could,
No.
so that you could grease your own later on.
It's like 45 minutes of straight sex.
Have you seen it?
No, I just heard about it.
The Vince and Janine one is really good. Vince Neil and Janine.
Right.
That one's out now, huh?
Yeah. Is that out now, Mike? Do you have that? Boy, Mike living in his own. I don't know if it's a fantasy or hell that Mike lives in, but I think he thinks it's fantasy, and that's the only part that really matters. Judy?
Yes.
Okay, so you're 46. You called in when I wasn't here, and you're blowing the whistle on a family pedophile.
Tell the story again. What was happening?
My husband's brother, they're about 2 years apart in age, both in their 50s, early 50s. And my husband, for some time, said he had felt that his brother was a pedophile. And I always just ignored it because he never backed it up with anything. But anyway, when his brother was kicked out of his house where he was living with his wife and his 21-year-old daughter and her 1-year-old son. And the husband of his daughter is in the service, and he's gone for 9 months at a time, and then he comes back for about 3 weeks, and then he's gone again. And they literally just threw him out. So he ended up living with my husband for a while. We live in separate places. And when he confronted him about it, he didn't deny it. And then he started telling other family members. He told his sister, and he told his mother what he suspected. And the mother didn't really show a whole lot of shock. She just said, I always knew he was a weird kid or something stupid like that. And then the sister said, well, I'm going to go talk to my daughters. Now, the sister has a 19-year-old and then 17-year-old daughter. All of this is hearsay, I want you to understand. Nobody has said any of this to me, to my face.
Hey, Judy?
What?
Can I ask you, could you please move away from the generator?
It's hot in here.
What are you standing by?
A beautiful antique fan that can blow you halfway across the room.
No kidding.
Here,
I love it. Huh?
Yeah, could you get out from underneath it, though?
All right.
What the hell are you, like some sort of marine mammal that's being transported or something? You can't spend 5 minutes away from the cool air to talk on the effing phone?
No.
Okay, so she talked to the daughters, and then
Yeah, and the daughters, she comes back and tells my husband that the daughters both said that, yes, he had acted inappropriately with them, and they let it go because he was your brother. We didn't say anything. And then the one daughter said, but I will never let him near my kid. And they all have commented on the way he picks kids up and holds his hands out their crotch, and he's more or less seems obsessed.
All right, so what happened?
So I have not been able to make contact with any of the sisters or the wife or the daughter because I have none of their phone numbers, and my husband doesn't want to open this can of worms either. The whole family doesn't want to open this can of worms.
So nothing's happened since we last
what
talked
happened was Sunday I talked to the perpetrator, as I will call him, and I told him everything that I know, and I told him that
what did he say?
He vacillated. He vacillated between, it couldn't possibly be real to, I sit out here with my door wide open and I'm 3 feet from the pool. Is it a crime for me to sit there and watch these kids in the pool? And I said, it's not a crime to do that. It's a crime can be a crime with whatever you act out after you start watching them.
Somebody needs to put his Johnson in that industrial strength fan you got.
Is it bothering you?
Is that one of those fans they use in the movies when they have to simulate like gale force conditions? And where's your husband's probably chasing the TV guide around, which is caught up in the vortex.
You're close. Oh, shoot.
Jeez, can you imagine just being this? You'd wake up with no skin on you. It's this thing blowing all night.
All right, well, Judy, keep at it. We'll keep checking up with you. And
no, we're not checking up with
Just
her.
remember Lorena Bobbitt.
Last time she felt really alone because she was the only one trying to stand up against this guy, and the family members were all sort of just sort of closing in and closing ranks and getting real entrenched in their denial. And it was
obviously it seems like there's a little dysfunction in the family.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, here's the way to prevent all this. Everyone stop having kids. That's it. I mean it. It's like your family screwed up. Give it a break. It's like your car is overheating. Just pull over on the side of the road and pop the cap on the radiator and just chill out. Let it cool down. People's reaction is like drive faster. I mean, have more kids, do more.
Right.
I don't know what it is about that. I know there's a gazillion people in this family and they're all nut jobs, and they're all coming after me, Drew.
Very shortly.
Chris?
Yeah. Hey.
You're 18.
Yeah.
You're on with Homegrown. Do you have something on your penis we could make fun of?
Please. Actually, nothing.
What's going on?
But Homegrown, you guys kicking out some pretty good music.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.
You're on drugs.
Just pretty good?
What's that?
You're on drugs.
Well, that's true, but a lot of music critics are, so he knows what he's saying.
So what's up?
All right, I got a question for either of you two guys. As you know, I'm 18, and I'm wondering what your opinion on whether or not I should date a 14-year-old.
We would say not.
You want to move up from the 12-year-old you've been seeing?
Hey, I did that once.
When you were 18?
When I was 17, went out with a 14-year-old.
What happened?
I was a senior. She was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting ready to go to college next year, and I'm actually not even 18 yet, but she just turned 14.
How'd that go?
It worked out great for a long time, actually.
Really, for how long?
Let's see, like 5 years, something like that.
Wow.
5 years?
Yeah.
So
it wasn't that great.
Was she?
It was all right.
Was she in the ninth grade and you were a senior?
Yeah.
But see, my whole thing is if you're in the same school, it's sort of all right.
Yeah.
Man, that's a little bit of a stretch, but meaning, here's what I'm thinking. When I used to go to school, you went to junior high 7th through 9th.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want someone going from the junior high campus over to the high school campus. That seemed a little bit weird. But anyone in the junior high ranks could date each other, and anyone in the high school ranks can date each other. And now they have ninth grade as part of high school. And I don't think it's the end of the world for a ninth grader to see a senior, especially if the senior's under 18. But if you're in your first year of college and you're seeing someone who's in the ninth grade, that's stretching it out a little bit.
What if we really dig each other?
Yeah.
Put a hat on it.
Yeah, it's.
How do you know her?
Well, I just met this evening through some friends.
And is she entering the 10th grade or the ninth
She's
grade?
entering the ninth grade.
And he's going away to
I'm
college.
entering freshman year college.
Whoa, just wait 4 years or something.
Cool your jets a little bit.
Which junior college is that?
I'd rather not say.
All right, but it is a junior college, is it not? Yeah, of course it is. That is the kind of brilliance that goes on the junior college level. Don't worry, you'll still be at junior college when she's graduating. And believe me.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
Let me tell you,
we're in the same boat.
junior college is like the Roach Motel for burnouts. Burnouts get in, but they don't get out. That's it. You go in. I went to junior college. I got friends that are still going to junior college. 5 years. Rookie.
Yeah.
I got friends that are on their 14th, 16th year of junior college, only a 2-year program. And you know what's really funny is when you talk to them, they go, yeah, a couple of units to make up, and then I'm out of there. It's like, hey, buddy, you're 37. You're fat and you lost your hair. What?
I think we were all like that. We're all stuck in junior college.
That's what happens. That's what junior college is. It's high school with ashtrays. It becomes this
never-ending high school.
You're not required to go.
You don't get out of it. Here's the deal. Here's the reality, and people don't want to see this. But the reason you're going to junior college is because you're only a so-so student in high school. You weren't brilliant. I know a lot of people talk about the financial hardships of college and just this and that. You show me someone who's got 1470 on a SAT and has got a 3.8 GPA and all sorts of honors programs. I don't care how poor you are. You'll get some sort of grant, some sort of scholarship, some sort of something, and you'll go off to college. I knew plenty of people that were piss poor, lived in an apartment, and parents weren't around. They still managed to go to UCLA because they're really good students and they're really innovative, and they had ingenuity, and they got grants and loans and whatnot, and they went off to college. The people that go to junior college are people that really didn't really want to go to high school. They're only going to junior college because they don't feel like working at their uncle's sofa factory, so they go to junior college.
Well, they want health insurance.
Now somebody tells them, hey, guess what? We don't keep roll. It's like, oh, that's it. I mean, the only reason I showed up in high school because they kept roll, and they'd send a letter back to the house, and the folks would get pissed off. But the folks don't care, and they're not keeping roll. Screw it. Now I'm hanging out. So you end up taking a bunch of classes, you get a bunch of incompletes, you vow to come back strong next year, but you smoke a little more reefer, and you get a few more incompletes. And the next thing you know, you blink your eyes and 6 years have gone by, and you're still in the junior college system. Drew, I'm right about this, am I not?
You're never wrong.
Thank you.
Fantastic, don't they?
For the record, though, me and John did make it out to Cal State Fullerton.
Oh, you did? You graduated?
Oh, how long did that last?
A year.
Hey, we stuck it out as long as we could.
We got out of junior college.
Bob, you're Asian, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Asian people. And so is John.
Hey, I'm a retarded Asian. Come on here.
We're still stuck in
Asians, I'm surprised you guys went to junior college in the first place. Your parents didn't kill themselves, did they? You realize the shame in the Asian community?
Yeah. My parents were kind of disappointed.
No, I should say. Yeah. My parents were excited that I was just out of the house and carrying a peachy folder at 22, but if they were Asian, they would have killed themselves. Oh, that is shame.
What's his name?
Who?
Steve.
Who are we talking to? Oh.
Forget.
What happened to that guy, Drew?
Chris.
Oh.
Hey,
They
Chris,
still there?
just
Yeah.
is Chris still here? Hey,
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Just wait it out or something, man. I mean, you can find something better than that. You know, you don't want to get in trouble and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're probably right. I'll wait till I'm in college.
Well, yeah, you'll find some good.
Listen, you go to college, you meet
She's
tons of chicks.
way too young. I mean, she's like going to be in high school, and like, you know, she's going to meet all these football guys, and it's going to get worse and worse. Trust me.
It's
And
going
like,
to be 2 years till she has a car. Right?
the good thing about junior college, you meet women that are in their 30s and 40s. You know, and they're horny at that age. They're like been divorced 4 times, they had a hysterectomy. The 37, they're chain smoking out by the bookstore, and you pick up on them.
Does she have an older sister?
Just
go there.
Sure about that.
Yeah, look into that.
I'm looking at that.
All right, Chris.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good luck to you. Tim,
Yeah.
you're 33.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? You're on with Homegrown.
How you guys doing?
What's up, Tim?
What's up, yo?
Good. I think you guys are great. Homegrown, you're good also.
Thanks, man.
Okay, here's my thing. My fiance, well, we've been going out for like a year, a little over a year and a half, and she has a real problem showing her breasts. And she won't show them.
Why?
I mean, I might be able to sneak them here and there, and that's if I wrestle with her to get her hands off of them.
Why is
You
that?
mean to you, or like on the infield of the of Talladega?
Well, to anybody, but to me also. So I'm, she just has a real phobia.
But she'll pull her skirt over her head.
Oh yeah, that's no problem.
Are they small?
The lower half is no problem.
Yeah.
The
Does she
upper half, she's got, she's.
It's where guys don't work that way. You don't know any guy. Well, he'll show you his scrotum, but you can't see his penis.
That's actually true.
Are there guys that way?
I think so.
Who do you know who'll just show the scrotum?
Adam just shows the scrotum.
I'll do it right now if you like.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
You want to show his
Drew,
penis, though.
Oh, come on.
Drew, could you examine
Come
Adam's
on, Adam.
scrotum?
Go on,
Show
Adam.
Drew your scrotum.
Show him. And John.
Adam has the biggest scrotum in the world.
Show Ann your scrotum
see
if you
a little
could. If
Show
you
him
could
the
do
gum
that,
on your
please.
shorts.
The right side's hanging lower. Do you see? And you're right-handed, aren't you, Adam?
He's actually left-handed.
But you're right. One sag's a lot lower than the other.
But what do you write with your right hand?
Right with my right hand.
All right.
I throw with my left hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, what do you go with? If a guy throws with his left hand yet right, see, I think of writing as sort of the definitive thing.
So what happens? Your nut.
I have a theory that the nut on the hand you use the most hangs the lowest, because that's the one that's doing all the work. Like your arm wrestling, like you get in a big like arm wrestling match, and the nut sinks down 1/8 of an inch, and then you know what I mean? You punch somebody, the nut goes a little lower. See, I'm left-handed, and my left nut is the one that hangs.
John, why don't you show me? John shows his penis, actually. His class ring.
No, I just shaved the other day, so you guys don't want to see it.
No class rings tonight.
This is a weird man.
Hanging up on me?
Hey, Tim?
Yeah.
All right, so
I'm trying to get her on the phone, but she won't get on the phone.
Why, but you can't figure out why she won't show you her breasts.
Do they look small?
Uh-huh.
Do they look small?
No, they're not huge, and they're not small. They're medium, and
Are the nipples hairy?
they're nice, and I kind of like to see them once.
But here's the deal. Women are under a lot of aesthetic pressure.
Uh-huh.
Guys really aren't. Like you see,
I agree with you.
You see guys at a baseball game, big fat guys with hair all over them, their shirts off before they even get into the stadium. They just walk around holding a beer, and they're big fat slobs. And you're going, Jesus Christ, you're a mess. And the guy's got his shirt off for, they're going into extra innings. The shirt is still off. Women, you see them, they get up, they're lying in their bathing suit, and they get up to go get a drink from the bar by the pool, and they put that little wrap on just to make it to 20 feet to the bar. And these are women that look good.
How long have you been with this girl? Woman?
What's that?
How long have you been with her?
Oh, over a year and a half.
Is she your fiance?
I just moved out to California from New York, and my old lifestyle, what I am now, I moved. I went to a drug rehab and alcohol rehab, so I've been clean for over a year and a half now.
Right.
Have you ever made love to her and stuff?
Our lifestyles, my old lifestyle and hers are really opposite. She's not an alcoholic or a drug addict, and kind of led a sheltered life and was married for a while, and so it was kind of a crazy.
All right, but she won't talk to us.
But no, I tried. I was just telling her. She goes,
all right, here's the deal. I think she probably doesn't feel that they're the world's greatest looking breasts, and so you should sort of, if you do ever see them, tell her how nice they are. Make her feel good about it. She'll just sort of ease into it, but don't make it a big bone of contention, because she'll get a little weird about it.
Could you deal with it?
No, I got to see the breasts. I really do.
Like while they're having sex, she just won't even.
I guess she's
making love
or in public,
wearing like a poncho. No, she doesn't want to show him.
Has he asked her directly? Like, is there
Tim,
a problem?
Does she have big nipples?
yeah, they're nice, especially when they get excited.
Will she show you her breasts if you ask her?
No.
Are they hairy?
Okay.
No hair.
Does she tell you why she won't?
Yeah.
She just says that she feels really funny about it. She's not real confident about her body.
Do you guys have sex?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
If it's dark, it's fine. I can touch them and stuff like that. But in the light, like getting ready for bed, she will turn around and put her shirt on if she takes her bra off.
She's probably got like a tattoo of Satan or something.
She probably has like 3 nipples or something.
Does she have like really big nipples or something?
We're getting rid of Tim. They stick out apparently. I like the big fat guys who wear the cutoff shirts.
Yeah.
You ever see that? The only thing that's wrong with them is their belly, and that's the only part of them you can see. Don't you like when guys do that? There's nothing better than when someone takes the worst part of their body and just accentuates it. Like the chick with the fat ass who's wearing the cycling shorts. It's like, no, I don't mean to be. True. I don't mean to be sexist, but it's like, honey, put on a pair of slacks and tie a sweater around your waist, and you're going to look hot. Don't play your hand this way. You know what I mean? It's like if you have a small penis, don't wear the French cut thong back bikini leopard skin. Bodybuilding jock to the beach, unless you stuff like the badminton set down in there, something like I do. That's good. How big is your butt? The chicks hear that clanking when you're walking. That's exciting to them. Okay, Homegrown is here, Drew.
Yeah.
You want to sell this next call? We'll go to break. I have to go out and get some fresh air because it's like working on the sun in this dump.
Karen is 18 and she thinks that boyfriend-girlfriend relationships are just silly.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that?
All right.
I agree.
We'll be back.
Hey, I'm Vince Neil.
It's Nikki Sixx, Tommy Lee,
Motley Crue.
You are curing yourself.
And you're listening to
Loveline.
Yeah. That is the Motley Crue. Bob, John, Am, and Ian are all here from Homegrown. Ow! Act Your Age. Cool down, Drew. Let me get the name of the CD. Act Your Age is the name of the CD. It is currently out, and we will... I think we'll hear something else off it before the night is through. All right, guys, gather around, sit down. And Drew?
Yep.
Even though it is a kiln in here, please close the door behind you.
Really? Mike said keep it open.
Mike said keep it open?
Yeah.
Mike says keep it open.
So we can get the cold
Oh,
air in
okay.
here.
All right. I just didn't want someone, getting a fist
You guys
fight
want
out
to
in the
take
hall
off
or
our
something.
shirts?
Yeah, that'd be good. Let's start with the pants and see how that goes. Karen?
Hi.
All right, so you're 18, thinks boyfriend, what?
Okay, no. The thing is not that I think that people shouldn't be boyfriend and girlfriend, but the way, like, first of all, it's like it seems silly the way they are. You know, like
Who's they?
just people in general.
Okay.
You know, like okay. I see some of my girlfriends that are girlfriends, and some of my friends that are boys are boyfriends, and I don't like the people they become as boyfriends and girlfriends.
How much you weigh, Karen?
140.
Uh-huh.
And how tall are you?
4'7". Okay. All right.
What is
That's
it?
not too heavy.
What is it they become?
I was hearing the voice of a heavy, bitter woman.
What is
here.
it they become? What do you
No.
see?
Okay.
What is it they become?
Pardon?
What is it they become? What do you see?
Well, that's not really what my question was.
What is it they become, though? What is it that bothers you? What is it that
Well, like my brother had a girlfriend. Well, he still has her, but they used to fight the entire time. And
so,
like they would get on the phone for 20 minutes, and he would spend 15 minutes apologizing.
So that quality about the interpersonal relations is what you don't like.
Yeah,
The fighting part.
but that really it wasn't it. It's my question.
Hold on, John, did you fart?
I let one out.
Oh, that's great.
It was a silent but deadly. Hey, the door's open, so it'll be fine. I'll be gone in about 2 minutes.
That was good, yeah. I saw John doing the underhand cup. You know when you waft the fart?
cup.
Yeah, you just do that.
I'm sorry.
I like when guys do that. I do that when I'm alone, which is a sad thing. Like, it's a reflex maneuver.
You like to smell your own gas, but
I don't understand why.
Like, I could fart in the middle of a 150-mile-an-hour wind, and my hand would flap up toward my face.
No, one time
There could be like a cow in a barn blowing past me, but if I broke wind in the middle of gale force winds, I would still instinctively just take the hand and give the cup, just give the airlift there.
the best moment was one time Adam was in an elevator with all this, and he just let one out with like people
He's got
around
the
us.
worst gas.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
And like he just started busting up. I'm like, "What are you laughing?" And it just totally hit me like 2
See, I
seconds
have
after.
consistent bad gas. It's not. It's always the same smell.
It's like
every
Right.
day.
You can taste it.
Really?
It's
And you
bad.
know it's his.
Yeah, you know it's his.
That's
You
signature gas.
know.
You're like, hey, where's Adam?
It comes after he eats dairy products too.
Good. Oh, the lactose intolerant. I wish I was lactose intolerant so I could down a quart of whole milk and pay everyone back when they need it.
Karen?
Hi.
I'm still not clear what it is that bothers you about the relationship.
Okay, well that's
Oh, who cares? Are you a virgin? Do you have a boy?
not what I want to talk
Do you have a boyfriend?
No, I
No,
don't.
you don't. And you haven't had one, have
Does
you?
it bum you out because your friends don't hang out with you anymore?
You guys can know what I'm talking about.
All right, what do you want to talk about?
Okay. Okay. It's
All right. Then listen. You see what happens when we trust the listener? And, no. It's not what I'm talking about. Hear me out. Okay. What do you want to say?
Oh, no.
Get her back.
Amy.
hi.
Amy, I swear to God, spit out
It's a
your
new call.
question.
That's a different call.
It is?
Yes.
Weren't we just talking to
No,
her?
to Karen.
What the hell? Stupid Amy. Karen? Well, they're both 18 and they're chicks. It's all the same problem anyway.
Spit it out.
Karen, spit it out. What is the question?
Okay, it has nothing to do with.
What is the question?
What is the question?
I want to know why nobody is interested in me.
That's what we... Oh, okay.
You were right on the money.
All right, how much do you weigh again?
She said 140, but that's...
How tall is she?
Radio always adds 15 pounds. Believe you me. Now, listen. Karen is 18. She's not done any dating.
She's angry.
Not been with a guy. She's angry, and she wants to know what's wrong with everyone else. Well, they're getting laid, and they're happy. Occasionally get in an argument, but that's all right. It's a small price to pay. Karen,
Yes.
you are not going to find yourself a guy by approaching it from this direction. Do you know what I mean?
You can't be like negative and
Don't
cynical
be
about
right.
relationships.
Don't be
you know?
bitter and analytical about
Just
the whole
be open
thing.
and keep your eyes wide open and your lip. Well, anyway.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
What I mean is, are your parents together?
That No, they're not. You're saying that I'm like bitter and everything, and I'm not.
Well, you're least
I don't
cynical.
See, like my friends being girlfriends and being so jealous of them. I don't want the kind of relationships they have.
You know, you want a relationship, though, right?
What kind of relationship do you want?
I want good friends.
To do what?
Hold on. Man, we're going down the wrong path here. When did your parents break up?
Just before I turned 14.
Uh-huh. And was there fighting or any kind of abuse or anything like that?
Not like a physical abuse. It was, the whole product of your environment kind of abuse that my parents grew up and became, the kind of people that you become. And then they miscommunicated for 15 years. They were married for 8 years.
The point is you were around people who had a horrible relationship, and that sort of got burned into your psyche. That's all you have as an example. That's why junior college doesn't work, because all you do is hang out with idiots and you expect to get smarter.
She doesn't want to do that sort of relationship.
Hey, I went to junior college. Come on.
You guys made it out. With a few. You're like guys like the guys who made it back from NAM, just a handful of you.
See, the conflict bothers her, and she's convinced that that's what happens every time people get in a relationship, because that's what happened to mom and dad.
Right.
So she'd rather just avoid them altogether than have to go through that vulnerability.
Right. So here's the point. Just because your mom and dad had a crappy relationship doesn't mean you're going to have one, although it makes you about 90% higher probability of having a bad one. But the point is here's everyone's goal should be: overcome whatever crap your parents fed you for the years that you were at the house. That has been my goal for many years, and I've been
done nothing. Okay.
Oh, shut up, Drew. I'm in therapy. You know that.
So how do you rate yourself, Karen, from a 1 to 10?
Karen?
Yeah.
All right.
How big is your butt?
Please.
What kind of a scale? Like physically, confidence? What do you mean?
Overall.
A good 9. I appreciate myself and everything that I have.
Good. Then trust yourself and have a good relationship.
You must have guys falling all over you.
I don't. And that's the thing that I don't understand, because I wonder if I'm
sending out
a different message than...
Maybe they're on the 1 to 20 scale. You got to clue them in that this is 1 to 10. All right, Karen, listen, I don't mean to make fun.
I know.
Here's the deal. All right, your parents were a little bit of a mess. You absorbed all that. Now that's the way you look at life. That's all right. You're 18, you move out of the house, you go to college, and you get over it. Okay, you meet a nice guy your second year in college, and your whole view changes. All right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so don't wear it on your sleeve. Just relax, crack a beer, and have a good time.
Yeah, keep your eyes open.
Yeah, just get out there.
Okay, can I ask one more question?
No, I don't want to sound Pollyanna-esque, but we could all feel how cynical and she didn't want to use the word bitter, but I was tasting a little bitter there, weren't you, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she rates herself a 9, and she's like, "Oh, no guys like me,"
Right. People don't want to. Here's the deal, everybody. People don't want to hang out with bummers. I don't mean to sound like some kind of flower child, but people like to hang out with upbeat, positive, energetic people.
Totally.
And Drew, how'd you meet your wife?
because I'm such a
or doctors. The point is the sort of morose self-loathing types that question their existence every 5 minutes, especially at 18. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just enjoy yourself a little.
She's anti.
All right, let's squeeze one more in here. Brian.
Oh, hey.
Hey, you're 18.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
Hi, Brian.
Oh, hey, Homegrown. Oh, yeah. I want to say something to you guys first. You guys are pretty big in Japan, actually. Not only like in Hawaii, but because I was living there for like...
It's the Asian thing.
Yeah. Wait till they find out they went to junior college. That'll be the end of them in Japan.
High standard, man.
Okay.
Brian?
Yeah.
Your question.
Well, yeah. I've been getting this like really...
Hold on. You know what I love? I love when people talk about how tough other schooling is around the country. I mean, around the world. You always hear that? I go,
yeah.
In Japan, a 7th grade education is equivalent to a doctorate degree here in the United States. And in Sweden, by the time the kids are in the 9th grade, they're already 10 times smarter than the average college senior. Yeah. How come we kick your ass in every war? That's my question. Hey, you guys getting your ass kicked every year? Right, we beat your ass in every sport, and then we whoop your ass in every war. How stupid can we be? Huh? Who's the stupid one? Who's getting their ass kicked? They're getting money funneled over to them every 10 minutes to help their ass out. How stupid can this country be when all we do is kick everyone's ass? And you got to recalibrate your chart there, because if you're all super geniuses, why are you always asking us for money? Think about that for a second. No one really thinks about that. All we do is kick everyone's ass, and then everyone says how stupid and what morons we are. How stupid can you be and kick everyone's ass every war, Drew? Please, you got to have something on the ball, right? Yeah, all right. He doesn't want to go there, but he knows I'm right. Everyone talking about what morons. You know the problem, the thing about this country is we got a lot of morons, but we're smart enough to know we need like 5 really smart guys, and we grab them from other countries.
Right.
Hey, we get that German guy. We get the Japanese guy, he can work on a computer. Get the German guy, he can work on the bomb, and we'll kick some ass.
That's
All right.
more like it.
All right, let's go to break, and then we'll get back with Brian. Or who are we talking to? Yeah.
Loveline with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla. We'll be right back.
All right. About time we play some Survivor on this station. Homegrown is here.
In the house.
And I think what we should do is I think we should talk to whatever we were talking to Brian about before I went on my what would it be, like a xenophobe riff or something. But we'll talk to Brian, then we'll hear something.
Fine.
All right, you all right with that, Drew?
Yeah.
Okay, Drew's coming undone. Brian?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Right. Anyway, I was saying before, I have this really sharp pain. I get it off and on, sometimes I'll get twice a month or
Where?
twice a week. Right underneath my testicles and right above my butthole. It hurts majorly, and it really sucks because it would happen.
Are you getting the geography there, Adam? I don't quite.
Yeah, above your butthole's the small of your back.
Yeah.
But it's between, between Scrotumburg and Anusville.
Yeah.
Somewhere on the border there.
Yeah.
It's a tough town, south side of Scrotumburg. My dad grew up there. Pretty rough. Yeah, he'd have to walk the 5 miles in crap just to get to school. Every morning. Do you know that, Drew?
Uphill both ways.
Uphill. That's right. Right. They had to climb over this huge mountain of corn just to get to the class.
Brian, there are a few things that can trigger that. I mean, is it occur after ejaculation ever?
Actually, it would happen sometimes after I urinate, but never after that.
I mean, it's probably a spasm of the muscles of the floor of the pelvis. There's one muscle particularly called the pubococcygeus muscle that when it spasms can be really painful. Yeah. And irritation and irregularities of the urethra as it goes from the bladder through the perineum sometimes can trigger that sort of thing. But it's just one of those things. Not anything can hurt you. Yeah. You ought to be checked, make sure your prostate's not inflamed, that sort of thing.
Oh.
But other than that,
really make sure you got a problem before they check that prostate.
All right.
One time I got this pain around there, and it ended up being a mild hernia and stuff. So
really under there?
I don't know what it was. It was just the whole general area,
Did they check your prostate?
No, they I don't know what they did. They touched me in places where I didn't really touch myself,
Right.
They pressed past they grabbed my nuts and pulled it up and felt inside. Oh, it's bad.
But you didn't get anything up the bung?
No.
Yeah.
See, I got that on my last physical.
The bung?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Doctor was gay?
I don't like to say.
What?
It's part of being complete.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What do they do? What do they need that for?
Prostate and check the stool for blood.
What, Adam, how old are you?
23.
Yeah, you don't need to check the prostate at 23, do you?
No, but if somebody wants a complete
Let me
physical.
tell you, the guy was gay. You're a good looking
If the
guy.
front door was locked, you want to go back door. I see how it is.
True, you wouldn't put your finger up a guy's butt at 23 on just a routine physical, would you?
If somebody wanted a complete physical, you'd have to do that.
Really?
I don't think it's necessary, but people ask for complete evaluations in a situation where it's not cost effective or not necessarily appropriate.
All right, but what about the putting iron the guy was using? You think, was that a little out of line?
Yeah.
Right? And the bowling pin?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not necessary. There's no medical advantage putting a bowling pin in it. No. Okay. So you may want to look into this guy. Was he working out of a van, or did you go to his office?
This is an office.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure he's on the.
I was just going to a call. I'd been on hold 130 minutes, and he hung up.
1:30,
and he wanted to know about St. John Wort and anxiety, and I'm gonna answer him, but without having spoken to him.
Well, can we hear the song and then you come back and do that?
All right.
Why don't you tell us about it during the song?
All right.
All right. This one is called "She's Auntie." It's nice to hear a song end the proper way. I don't hear much of that. They don't end songs like they used to. Yeah, they used to. All rock songs used to end the same.
Drum fill.
Yeah. Right. And now everyone's too cool to end a song properly, but I like that. So there you go. See, you know it's over. I don't like it when they just sort of pot them down and they end up repeating themselves. Yeah. I always feel like there's a part of the song I'm missing. And then the DJ comes in and starts talking, and you think, wait a minute, there's something cool at the end that I must be missing. Drew?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Okay, what's the rule?
You're always right.
All right. The other?
Yeah, you're never wrong.
All right. Homegrown. Act Your Age is the name of the CD. You can find them on the Warp Tour, and also...
I'm just amazed by the amount of questions you put 4 young males in a room can come up with in the space of 3 minutes.
Soon as the song was playing, they all went right to questions of the groin. The whole band.
Men are so cathected in their penis, it's unbelievable.
It's the only thing we have. That's like worth anything.
Like you said, you have to know everything about your
You can't
penis.
stroke your arm and get an orgasm. You touch your thing,
Right.
It's been attached to you.
Although I've found if you hang on with your bad hand and then shake it with the forearm real good, it's like someone else is giving you a hand job. And then what I do is I go in the back seat of my car and park at like the Gelson's parking lot, and I just sit there alone, and I grab onto it with my bad hand, and then I shake that bad hand elbow real hard. It's like, and I go, yeah, okay, baby. And I start talking. It's great.
Let me do the St. John Wort thing, and that is that we don't know if it's effective. If it does have bona fide antidepressant properties, it may be effective for certain kinds of anxiety. But again, if somebody needs treatment of depression, anxiety, they should use things that are known to be effective. Why take the risk of using a chemical if it's not necessarily going to work?
Let me play devil's advocate though here, Drew. Let's say you're feeling a little depressed. Drew, stop. Are you kicking the equipment? Okay. Whoever's doing it, stop it now. Junior college guys. You're feeling a little depressed. You want to know. You don't want to necessarily go get a full workup. You're just feeling like there's a little something missing. So you go down to the health food store, the herbal store, hold on a second, and you take this stuff and you say, look, I'm going to spend $10 and try this before I go in for full psychiatric evaluation because maybe it works. And if it does, I save myself a trip and $10. Maybe you take the pill. Maybe it's part of it is placebo. Maybe you just feel better. And that's it. It works for you.
But that's the point. How does somebody know whether they've got something that's significant or not?
Well, they at least try to take the over-the-counter stuff that they can get at the head shop first. And then, I mean, if they sell it at a head shop, it can't be bad, right? Okay.
I used to work at
Jenna. You did?
Yeah.
Who said that? Ian. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very select clientele coming in there.
Yeah.
Jenna, what's going on?
Hi, I want to know about...
What's the name of the head shop?
Adam.
I want to know the name of the head shop.
It's actually a record store in Newport Beach called Pure Records.
Oh, okay. They just sold the roach clips and bongs and stuff.
It was like a record store front, and in the back, they had like all the good stuff.
They opened at 4:20 and they closed at 4:21.
Whoa.
Jenna,
Yeah.
what's going on?
I want to know about the STD syphilis.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know how it's spread sexually, or how often it spreads sexually.
It's a relatively common illness. It's usually at the point of contact to the rash, and the primary rash is a chancre, which looks like a little ulcer.
Where's that located?
Wherever the contact is.
Okay.
In other words, if somebody has one in the vaginal area, the man will get it on his penis or whatever, and then that will go away after a week or so, and then people get a secondary form of syphilis, which is usually a rash, and the rash can be have various appearances, but one of the characteristics is that it appears on the hands.
So if he spread it to me from somebody else and I have a rash on my hand.
You worry about that. You'd want to be tested for syphilis.
Okay, so if I was tested, it's a good thing.
What happened?
How old are you, Jenna?
24.
We broke up. We've been together for quite a while. We broke up. He decided he wanted to,
Experience a hooker?
to see the world, I guess. I don't know.
Explore different new kids.
Right.
And then he hooked up with this other girl and said he didn't really have sex with her, but they did have contact, which is, ridiculous, but that's all right.
Did he get syphilis from her?
I don't know. All I know is I have a rash on my hand,
One hand.
on my right, my left,
It's usually both
my left
hands.
hand.
Usually both hands.
I have it on both hands.
Okay.
Right now, it's more prominent on my
Did
left.
you guys go camping recently?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I've had it before. I went.
Interesting, Drew. They were camping.
No, I had it before.
Toilet paper?
I had it before I went camping.
Mm-hmm.
It's been there for about a month.
Definitely haven't worked out, that's for sure.
It's kind of funny that they went camping, though.
Why?
Just because I asked out of the blue. When did you go camping?
We went last week.
Oh, it's a little funny that I asked if they went camping.
And she doesn't,
I thought you were getting the poison
She didn't even
ivy.
take a beach. Yes, and?
Oh, that's what I love about our audience, by the way. You could guess their name, their height, their hair color, and their sign. They'd be, Mhm. Of course, it's me. I knew that, you moron.
Jenna, did you have sex with your boyfriend?
Nah, screw it, Jenna.
After?
We're done with her. Nah.
We're done?
We're going to a break.
All right.
Jesus. I want to power through some of these, Drew. I feel so bad. This guy's been on hold for 58 minutes, this girl. Suzanne's 16. Boyfriend leaves her for another, then comes back, loves him, but can't take this. Suzanne?
Suzanne?
Hello?
Yeah. Dump him.
Get rid
Dump
of this
him.
guy.
He's an idiot.
This business,
Don't start this trend of taking back idiots at the ripe age of 16.
I love him is absolutely no defense, no excuse.
And I
Means
swear to
nothing.
God, you young women out there that are going to put up with guys screwing around on you or hitting you or doing God knows what to you, and you're going to start in on taking these guys back at 16, believe me, your life is going to be just a road paved to hell. Believe me. Start getting used to kicking out at turds now, and you will be you will have a lovely, lovely life, and your kids will never attend junior college.
Loveline will be right back.
Thank you.
Act Your Age is the name of the CD. If you can't find it on a local radio station, go out to Wine. No. Call them up and tell them to start spinning it. Warped Tour and then Vegas 25th, 26th. They'll be hanging with Blink 182.
Maybe a tour with them in August.
Yes, that'll be a thrill.
Yep.
And
got the whiskey.
July the 24th will be in the whiskey and all that good stuff. Thanks a lot for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for the departed Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The opinions expressed herein are not necessarily those of the staff or management or producers or directors or the advertising or anyone. They might be Bob's.
I'm Bob, and they're mine.
The producer of Loveline is Ann Wilkins. Loveline is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.
We now return you to your highly tested, regularly scheduled programming. Bye.